Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, place where I share my personal growth story and life lessons. And I just want to encourage y'all to subscribe and join me on in this journey. And for all of you who have subscribed already, thank you so much. Welcome, and I see you. Hey! I was thinking about life the other day and reflecting on how far I've come in 29 years, and especially this year has allowed me to grow so much. And so I really wanted to share 29 life lessons with you all that I've learned in 29 years. I'm actually looking forward to entering my 30s. I never thought I'd say that. I've always kind of felt stuck in my teenage years somehow, even though mentally, obviously, I've been evolving, but a lot of people looking at me and say, what, you're 29? And I'm like, stop. I'm looking forward to life. I'm looking forward to growing. Now that I'm at a point where I can say growth feels so good because I've done so much in such a short time, it's amazing. And I can't wait to begin this journey. And I'm so excited to have overcome so much and also look forward to reaching so many of my goals that I am setting for myself and grow into that. So I have my list of things that I will be sharing with you all. And I'm just gonna kind of get right through it and stop at certain points and maybe say a little more, maybe a little less. Let's get right to it. Number one is to be authentic. Be you, be yourself. It's okay to be you. It's okay to do the things you feel you need to do. Live out your journey. Number two is to listen to yourself and respect yourself. That pretty much speaks for itself. So number three is to get to know yourself, and don't forget to take your inner child along the way. I think everybody can relate to this, that there are things in our childhood that we wish we could have done, that we weren't allowed to do, or that we shouldn't have done because such and such thought it was better to do B, C, and D. So just kind of realizing that time is not lost. It was just not the right time, or not the time that you were allowed to do it. But now you can take on those dreams, take on those goals, and do them. I've been remembering the good things from my childhood that I love doing, and I'm just kind of doing those because I realize it makes me who I am. Number four is don't raise your tolerance, raise your standards. I really feel that in most situations, this really applies to my life. I can just know that if I raise my standards, I know who I am, I know my worth, and I stick to that and not my tolerance of how much I'm going to take. It automatically makes people know what lines to work around when it comes to me, or don't work with me at all. Number five is actions speak out a need. So to always find out the why of something. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I saying the things that I say? Where is it coming from? Get to the root and really understand what that need is in order to fulfill it. Because sometimes we will say A, B, C, or D and really be meaning E, but we just don't know how to express ourselves because maybe we weren't even taught that, or maybe we were kind of taught as a child not to express ourselves, not to cry, or we shouldn't feel this way because of that. It's just a balloon. You can get a new one, and that kind of triggers us as adults to not understand where certain feelings are coming from. So definitely find out the why in your actions and your feelings. Number six is to believe in yourself. That speaks for itself. Just believe in yourself. You can do it. Whatever you set your mind to, whatever your goals are, you got it. Number seven, there's beauty in everyone's journey. And I'm really starting to feel this more and more and more and more. And I'm starting to love my own journey because I am actively taking part in where I am going. And I'm even starting to love my past because it's making me be who I am today, and I love it all. Number eight, don't regulate anyone else's behavior. Regulate your own behavior. That's the only thing that you can really change. Trying to regulate someone or co-regulate someone's behavior is pretty difficult, and it just leads to drama, it leads to mess, and just knowing that you have the power in what you do. Number 9, life is so valuable and has so much to offer. I mean, that couldn't be more true. I remember the days where I used to think, is this what life is made of? Drama and trying to fix everyone else and being broken? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Really? Like, why can't I get out of this? It's because, you see certain situations, you were taught certain things. Not to say all bad, but there's a possibility, there's an opportunity to grow from that. We're not meant to stay or to be maybe what we were taught as children. We can grow from that. We can change that. We can work around those things and really build our future and find out that life really is valuable and we can make a difference. Number 10 is to find your purpose. Find out what you are here for on this earth. Find out what you're made of, and then you can find your purpose. I think if you know what your core values are, what your main pillars are, what makes you you, what you love to do. Like for me, it's food. And then I like deep conversations. I like all things life, really understanding the deep-rooted meaning of why things are the way they are, why people are the way they are. That's what really drives me, and I just know I'm destined to go in that direction and help so many others. Number 11 is respect your own boundaries. To respect your own boundaries sets the way for how others will respect them or not. What you take and what you don't. Realize what it is. Find them out if you don't even know them, because I know how it feels not to know your boundaries or not to understand that what you are feeling a certain sense of, I can't do this, like this is too much. That's a boundary. You knowing that you are unable or incapable of doing something because you're tired or doing something because you have other things to do. It's okay. And realizing that those are your boundaries and you need to respect them yourself so that others will follow. Number 12 is to respect your intuition and your inner voice. You got to listen to what your inner voice is telling you, what your inner gut is telling you, where you need to be, what you need to be doing. That ultimately leads you to reaching your goals. Number 13 is stop the disease to please. Okay, y'all, so God did not skip out on me when he gave me that. And I feel thankful for it because I now know how to deal with that, and I now know how to implement wanting to help others and wanting to make the best for everyone around me and wanting the best for everyone's life, without commanding people to do certain things or being mad that they didn't do what I said to do. When you have the need to please other people, you willingly or not, hand over the responsibility for yourself. And I don't want nobody else out there having the responsibility for me, carrying the responsibility for how I feel, what I think, what I do, none of that. But I have the opportunity to say, no, I don't want that. I'm going to do it this way because it's my life and my decision. So because you do stuff that other people want you to do, just because they say to do it, leads you to having no boundaries for yourself. And you lose yourself in every individual that you meet, that you encounter. Anybody and everybody is just like, oh, here, take on the responsibility for me. Number 14 is to value your own opinion. You're an individual too, worth being heard, worth being seen, and worth having your opinion matter to yourself. Value your own opinion and others will follow. If you value someone else's opinion and it matters too much to you, it matters so much to you that you build your life based on what they're telling you, that can change. Their opinion can change within a matter of seconds. The next person could come along, change their mind, and then you're living something that they thought of a year ago. Meanwhile, they're on the next level, which they're entitled to. But instead of living your life based on your own opinion or based on what you think is best, because you know yourself, you know where you need to go, it's another mess. It's just a mess, It leads to nothing but a mess for yourself. And the other person, meanwhile, is living their life, and they should be, rightfully so. And so should you. So number 15 is don't be dependent upon someone else's opinion. Like I just said. Number 16 is to believe. Believe that anything is possible and it will happen. Whatever you believe, whatever you set your mind to, your mind is so powerful. It's such a powerful tool. If you just believe it, you can do it. If you believe that you can do something, you're never going to do that one thing. I don't think, not even by chance, you would just be so prone to blocking off that blessing because you don't believe it's meant for you. It's not going to happen for you. So I feel like God has given each and every one of us the powerful tool of our mind. And if we just believe in things, then we can do anything. It always brings me back to, how elephants are always chained up. Not always, but elephants are chained up. And they're chained from when they're small to when they grow up. And if you take that chain off of them, they'll never realize that they could actually run off or be so strong as to knock everyone down. Their mind is conditioned into believing that they cannot leave that spot because they're chained. And so eventually they give up hope, believing that they could go where they want to go. And that is the same thing with humans. If you condition them to believing something, they're going to believe that until they get a sense of, wait a minute, there's maybe something else out there that I can start doing to better myself, to really reach my goals. And just believe. Number 17 is everyone makes mistakes. And I used to be so hard on myself when making mistakes and just wanting to do everything right, thinking. And in the end, who's going to be the judge of your mistakes? Who's going to say you did this and that wrong? And who are they to say that it's wrong or right? I feel like there's more so you learn and you grow than there's a mistake and you did this right. Living life in that sense of learning and growing gets you way further than if you think everything might turn into a mistake, or this is a mistake, I gotta do this. It automatically opts out to things that you could do to better your life because such and such is the judge of you having made a mistake. That makes any sense? Number 18 is life gets easier when you are balanced, when you are when you're balanced out, when you're right in the middle, when you are neither too far here, too far there. And what I mean with that is to the core and in your mind, when you're healthy, when you're really not dependent upon someone throwing out your day because they said that you're the worst person in the world. When you can get to that point, or when you are in that point, you are some lucky person. I feel like it gets easier to deal with situations that are thrown at us, because life does throw things at us, just injustices in general. Just realizing that if you are in your balance, that you have a better chance of getting through whatever life throws at you easier. Number 19 is there's no great story without failure. Initially, you're just learning and growing. That's the same thing with making mistakes. But failing at something, meaning you weren't able to do something. That does not mean it's the end all be all. You can still keep going, still keep pushing, and make the thing happen. You gotta believe that you can do it. All these things that I've said are connecting, and they all have something to do with each other. Whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. Just know that so much growth can come from failure, and so much you can just get back up and be a stronger you from failing, because you know what not to do and you know what you might need to do. Number 20 is to work on yourself. Always feel the need to grow and know more and not just be stuck. Okay, I went to college, I'm never going to read a book again. What? No. Keep feeding your mind with all that good stuff. Your body, don't just work out, do internal work too. For me, the most important thing is talking to somebody and know they've been working out their mind. They've been growing, they've been doing the work, they've been putting in the work, maybe even getting the help that they need to get to be where they need to be. Ain't no shame in that. Amen. So I'm just saying, everyone has their points in life where they need to be for a certain while until they whoops. Number 21 is you are responsible for you. Taking on responsibility for yourself is the first step to maturity. It's the first step to being real grown up. You are responsible for how you felt when whatever happened, when whatever said whatever. They're responsible for what they said. And you can just decide if that's for you or not. It's interesting to get to the root, really get to why you're feeling a certain way, and taking on that responsibility of unlearning and fixing whatever that is. Number 22 is choose happiness. Happiness is our choice, and I feel different than I did last year. I felt like my happiness was just doomed and I was just cursed, and I could never break out of this, break free from this. But since I've been feeding my mind with the right things and unlearning and relearning and relearning, just learning new things, and I just realized happiness is my choice because I get to choose where I am when I am there. Certain things happen that are unexpected, but hey, that's how life goes. And I feel you can still stay on the route to happiness and have those bad days. Those bad days don't have to become weeks, they don't have to become months, they don't have to become years. I can choose every day to pick a new thing that I want to do, that I've always wanted to accomplish, to just change my life. I can get up tomorrow and say I'm going to China. I can get up tomorrow and say I'm going somewhere else. Maybe not during Corona. Yeah, but whatever, you know what I mean. I mean, technically, I could go other places, and not just physically, I can go other places mentally, and that is true for you. Number 23 is to run the race as hard as you can, and yes, if you're going to do something, I feel like you might as well do it to the core and just ride that horse, or be the horse, I don't know. Number 24 is you are what you believe. And I feel like that couldn't be more true. If you feel like you're a failure and you're nothing and you're not worth anything, then that's just how you're going to live your life until you change your mind, until you realize you have the power to change whatever's up here to make it happen in the real world. And whatever you see, whatever you feel like you are destined to be, whether someone taught you that or not, you are that if you believe you are that. Some people are born really resilient. I'm just not that person. I was whatever people put into my mind, it still stayed with me. I did, however, push through life. Number 25 is don't explain yourself. And that's just that. There are certain situations I feel like I always explain 1,000,000 times to my kids, and I would do it 1,000,000 times more and have no problem with it because there's a purpose in that. Explaining yourself to someone who's already got their mindset and who already knows the no, don't do it. Child, don't do it. It's a waste of your energy. It's a waste of your life. Keep it moving. Don't do it. 26, stop overthinking. I must be the greatest overthinker to ever live. I guess a lot of people would say that about themselves, but I swear to you, I was the overthinking it all the time. So whatever. I'm gradually stopping that. I can't stop it overnight, but I've stopped it immensely, and now I'm back with the facts, giving it back to you. Don't let them jack you up, back you up, people slap you up. You gotta learn to hold your own. They get jealous when they see you with your mobile phone. Tell the cops I can't touch this. Okay, let me stop. I'm not too bothered with. Oh well. Number 27, staying true to yourself. That will lead you to, in any and every situation, what is meant for you. If you are yourself, you're clear about it. There's no question that it will attract whatever is meant for you. If you're a certain way, you attract that certain type of thing, that certain type of person, that certain type of situation. You see situations the way you see them because you're true to yourself. And that's different for everybody and anybody. If you are 100% true to yourself in any and every case, first of all, that's just a level up. And second of all, like I said, it'll attract whatever is meant for you. And whatever is meant to be will be. Number 28 is to learn to love your story. And I am on the journey of that. And I can tell you it feels amazing. Some things are just falling into place because I'm working on other things. And they're kind of connected to things, if that makes sense. And it's all just coming loose and evolving. And it's amazing. And I feel really good. I feel really blessed. And I'm so thankful. And learning to love my story is just one of those things that are evolving on their own, because I guess I'm learning to love myself, and I know that the pieces that make me are playing a role in that, and that's just my history, and that's just my story, where I've come from, and where I've been along the way, and where I'm going. So I really am learning to love that and appreciate that, and that just makes me unique. Number 29 is to manifest things by speaking them into existence. And yes, that does work. That's kind of like me training my mind to think a certain thing. And if I keep repeating it, that's just the way it is. Like people that get upset about stuff and they keep repeating that they're upset about it, or they keep repeating that they're nothing, or they repeat that they're the best thing in life, makes them the best because they do everything in their power to be the best. They don't just talk. Well, some people do just talk the talk, but you got to talk the talk and walk the walk. And if you do it and believe it, you will take the necessary steps to being whatever you want to speak into existence. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please drop in the comments your favorite life lesson that you have learned along the way. I believe in you. God has got y'all. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.